The F1 Manager game is getting a huge update. Introducing the season customization update for F1 Manager 24. This drops on the 25th of February, which is tomorrow as I post this. It includes custom rosters, creating drivers and staff, calendar customization, rules and reg customization, and track evo improvements. Well, oh my lord, this just, it's like Christmas for F1 gaming fans when it comes to F1 Manager. This is an unreal update. All of this stuff is what I've been shouting about from the rooftops that the main F1 game has needed for many years, and Frontier devs and F1 Manager are delivering it in the Manager game. But at a cost, because sadly, I think this and the December update being so grand, so amazing as free updates to F1 Manager 24, pretty much, I think, confirms that we are not getting an F1 Manager 25 game. All these kind of features, these are the kind of the headline things you'd be putting in next year's game to try and sell it, but instead it's come as free updates in December with the whole pit lane start and, the mentality system with contracts and such, and then this, an even bigger update really, with customizable rosters, for goodness sake, customizable calendar, rules and reg. Oh, it's so good, but it just means that F1 Manager 25 is definitely not coming. I mean, kudos to Frontier and F1 Manager. They are going down with a bang. It's like in the Titanic, the orchestra playing us out as the ship sinks, and it's just beautiful. It's wonderful. And you know what? Even though it is incredibly sad that we're probably not going to be getting a next installment of F1 Manager 25, in a weird good way, this update specifically, I really hope is going to be a positive for the main F1 game to give them a kick up their arse. Okay? Because as I said, this kind of stuff, custom rosters, customizable calendar, fully, rules and reg customization is the kind of stuff I've been going on about in recent F1 game ideas, videos, desires, wants. And now I feel like F1 Manager is completely pull the veil of the excuse they could maybe keep on putting of, oh, red tape this, red tape that, I don't know if... Now we know it's possible. It is possible in an F1 licensed game to get customizable rosters, for you to have an in-game, without mods, a menu option where you can change the drivers around and start them in different teams. You can even create fake drivers and staff and put them in wherever you please. Customize the calendar, change the order of the calendar, rules and regulations, change them off the bat, all without mods, all on the game naturally, i.e. any of you on PlayStation, Xbox, you can do this stuff with F1 Manager. And now this pretty much gives EA and Codemasters no excuse. There is no excuse to not put this. If it's too late for F1 25, then an update down the line for F1 25. And if not that, then absolute 100% F1 26, if we're going to get one, has to have this stuff. It has to. There is no excuse anymore, EA. There is no excuse. Apologies for sounding so riled up about this, but it's just because I'm so passionate about this specific thing when it comes to the main F1 game. I've been talking about it for ages now, especially with F1 24, with the absolute dud of a career we've had, with driver transfers being so bland, the AI racing being abysmal, and unfortunately now, on top of that, the PC modding tools we used to all enjoy on PC are now no longer a thing. So that's exactly why career modes on F1 24 have looked incredibly bland compared to previous F1 games, because at least we had mods to help us. But then you've got, on the flip side, F1 Manager is putting these tools in natively into the game to ensure that players can continue to play the F1 Manager game for months, hopefully years to come, and they're going to have to if F1 Manager 25 is not going to be a thing. That's the going back to the sad part of this. This is why we're getting such a big update like this, because this is basically a update to breathe life into the game for hopefully years to come. You know, people still playing F1 Manager 24 in 2025, in 2026, because it seems like all the rumors are going to be, and this stuff is pointing to, we won't be getting F1 Manager. But anyway, I digress. That's my little angry rant portion of the video over. I felt like I had to get that done first, because that's what came to my mind straight away. But enough of that. Let's be positive. Let's celebrate this amazing update, because like I said, it literally is like the orchestra of the Titanic playing us away as the ship sinks, because it's incredible. Season customization feature deep dive. Welcome, team principals. It's lights out time again. As the new season approaches, we're rolling out the latest updates from our garage with the biggest update yet, packed with big features. It is juicy. It is very juicy. Comes out tomorrow, Tuesday, 25th February, as I record this now on the Monday previous. F1 Manager 24's latest feature update brings a series first and a genre first. I might add, actually, Frontier, you could have boasted about it. Come on. Genre first on Tuesday, 25th, introducing the brand new ability to customize seasons in Creator Team mode. This new feature enables you to extend the customization options of Creator Team to the entire grid, move existing drivers, staff between teams, create your own drivers and staff, and more. Absolutely biblical. Absolute W. What goats Frontier are. It's unfortunate circumstances, but what goats you are. Love you long time. Amazing. Team lineups. When starting a new Creator Team career, you will now be presented with a suite of customization options to make the experience your own, starting with your ability to modify the lineup of the 10 F1 teams on the grid. Ever wanted to see that dream driver pairing at Ferrari? Or see certain drivers and race engineers would work together? At the start of a new Creator Team career, you can choose the drivers and staff for each team, and you can leave seats vacant and allow silly season to unfold in front of your eyes. I mean, is this just not what we've been talking about in recent videos? This is the dream, okay? This is the dream. Just, if you can't code in good driver transfers, which, by the way, F1 Manager already had banging driver transfers naturally occurring, but EA, if you can't code good driver transfers, simply just let the player customize their way to an exciting grid of career mode, please. So that's amazing. That's awesome. Like an example here is Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon, of all people, in the McLaren, and you can change up the all these staff members as well. Well, that's even more in depth. That's not just the drivers. That's obviously, I know the manager game has these extra things, but that's engineer, sporting director, head of aero, all these things you can switch up. That's incredible. Just awesome. Custom drivers and staff. Now, this is really this is pushing the boat out there. This update not only allows customization of the other teams on the grid and structure of the season, you can also create and customize your very own drivers and staff. When creating a new staff, I mean, look at this, staff and drivers, you can configure name, photo from a selection of pre-generated staff photos, gender, age, nationality. Yes, this means generated staff now all have nationalities. Okay, awesome. That's a nice little tiny update to the base game, which is great. Marketability, experience, how seasoned a driver or staff member is affects their mentality. Acclaim, how renowned the staff member is within the motoring world affects their mentality. Development rate, aggression, staff attributes like driving staff or staff members. This is unbelievable. This is taking Creator Team career mode to a new level. This is literally create whoever the hell you want and put them wherever the hell you please in the game. Unbelievable. Custom drivers and staff can be created for all 11 teams on the grid. So you can create an entirely new set of talent to compete or mix your custom creations with existing drivers and staff from the sport. While there's a cap on the number of new staff you can create, we've ensured you can replace the entire grid if you want. So there is a cap, so it's not ridiculous, but if you want, you could have a whole grid of 20, 22 with your created team, 22 different created drivers. None of them have to be the actual main roster. That's just I'm speechless. I actually cannot believe the words that I am reading in front of my eyes, and it's coming from an official F1 Manager channel. Like, this is actually going to be an official thing in an F1 game natively So on console as well, it's just unbelievable. Like I said, this is such a sad thing of it's only coming as a free update like this because this would have been a feature in F1 Manager 25. But I say it again just because the more you read and you read with me, the more crazy it gets and the more and more you see EA and Cody's, you're on fraud watch. You're on fraud watch. You have to be putting this stuff in. If not 25, 26. I mean, chop, times now. What's the excuse? What is the excuse? Build your dream lineups and create unique scenarios. Make Williams the best team on the grid and try to catch them. Replace all the F1 drivers with high-achieving rookies or race as the champions with a low-spec car and field of high-achieving teams behind you. The possibilities are endless. You have total control. Oh my days. Well, guys, it's safe to say, let me know, guys, what scenarios already do you want me to try and what you can cook up? Because we could do some crazy scenarios with this update, for sure, for sure. Starting conditions, a selection of starting options that were previously available to your own creator team are now also applicable to your rivals. So so you can tweak the starting balance, facility levels, car performance levels of all the teams that you're racing against. So do you strengthen a historic manufacturer to form a glory like Williams, let's say, or give yourself a greater challenge, or start everyone on a level playing field and do basically like equal resources? The choice is yours. Here we go. Race calendar. The new customization options also extend to the championship itself. You now have the ability to reorder or remove races from the calendar with a minimum limit of 8 per year. So you have to do 8 races at least in the year, but you can choose the order. There's no restriction on the order, unlike what you have in the EA game. And I've always been told that was because of red tape. Well, clearly, that just doesn't exist anymore. So give us a customizable calendar completely, please. You can also determine which of the race weekends includes the high-octane sprint sessions. Love that, because sometimes you just don't want to do the sprint session. Sometimes you just want to do the normal Grand Prix and whiz through a season. Kudos to them. Create your dream calendar of races that benefit a particular driving style. Construct a harsh series of races that will punish all but the most balanced cars. The replayability doesn't end there. At the end of every season in both creator team and normal career mode, you now have the option to randomize the race calendar order and create a fresh challenge for your save. You'll have 3 choices. Keep current, maintain the same race lineup as the current season. Partial shuffle, 30% of the races shuffle. That's kind of nice. I like the fact you can leave it to the game, so it really does leave a bit of jeopardy for you. You know, it's not totally up to you, because obviously having it totally up to you, you could skew it one way, but having a bit of a shuffle is nice. I mean, that's literally how driver transfers are meant to work, is there's a nice shuffle that you are not privy to, but it's still interesting. And then full randomization, change everything. When selecting an option of the current number of races and sprints, that will stay the same, but the order, etc., will be shuffled. Absolutely wonderful. Brilliant. Brilliant. Rules and regs. Once again, another level of customization that is just ridiculous. Rules and regs. Alongside race calendar customization, rules and regulations can also be adjusted, giving you the ability to alter fundamental rules of F1 within your custom save file. Determine the points allocation awarded throughout the race weekend. Oh, add or remove restraints to aero testing, power unit limits, even set the cost cap and price money allocation. Oh, Frontier. Oh, I'm so sad that what an update. What an update. Oh, Frontier, I'm going to miss you. Frontier, you're the GOAT. I'm going to miss you so much. I'm going to miss you so much. The F1 Manager videos just don't get as near the same viewership as the main F1 game, just because it's such a nerdy, menu-heavy game. And also, you're not driving. Just some people have a disconnect with that. But for me, I'm sorry. You cannot say after this that the F1 Manager 24 game is not the best F1 game that has ever been made, like officially licensed, for like the last 15 years. It just isn't getting topped. This level of customization is just unbelievable. This is crazy. Unprecedented levels of customization. And all of this stuff, they used to say, oh, red tape, we can't, oh, you know, F1 won't allow, I don't know. No, just no. No, it's all possible. You just have to actually have a game that's built, you know, in a way where you can do that kind of stuff. And so that's why so many people now bang on about the EA F1 game. We need a new engine. We need to rebuild, because clearly the red tape is not an excuse anymore. So it must just be the game isn't up to it. The game isn't up to this level of customization. And therefore, in my mind, we need to break it all, go back to basics, and build up a new foundational main F1 game. Because if it's unable to do this kind of stuff, we know there's no FIA, FOM red tape anymore, then this is it. This is your biggest sounding horn of why so many fans are saying, make a new engine, you know, start from scratch again, because it's just not enough now. It's not enough anymore. Take the future of the sport into your own hands and modify the regulations to match your predictions or upcoming seasons, or go your own way and deregulate for extensive testing. Your season setup can also be saved its own presets. You can easily come back to it and start a new game. Awesome. So you can, if you find a really cool rule set, you can just save it, and then you can make a new save, or you can give the save to your mate maybe and go, oh, use this one. Like, this is cool. Great. Choose your starting team. So now you can make your crate. So this is, I actually read ahead for this bit because it did confuse me initially, but you can now choose which team you start when beginning a create a team save. So basically what that means is you can set up a created custom team, but then you can decide to immediately go up against it in an official F1 team before you have to do one season at least. Then you could leave. Now, off the bat, you can just create Brawn GP and then go up against them in an official F1 team. You can create I don't know, Lamborghini, and then go up against them straight away, because you're basically using the creator team to make a fake branded F1 team that you've always wanted, like BMW, Lamborghini, whatever, and then go up against them. So instead of making your own team where it's like based on you can live out your fantasy of like, oh, I really want this brand to come back into F1, or I want this car brand to come into F1 for the first time, but I actually want to go up against them as McLaren, as Ferrari or something, you know? Insane. Feeling like a new challenge, create a competitive custom team, then prove your worth by beating them, is what I say. Make tweaks galore. This free update, oh, you beautiful, beautiful people. Free update gives you the ultimate control of the F1 landscape like never before, setting you up for success or the toughest of challenges. Oh, wow. Well, I feel like I need to sit down after just reading all this. This is, oh my days. This video could just be titled F1 fan loses his mind over the greatest single update to any F1 game there has ever been. That is literally how I am feeling right now. That is how I'm feeling right now. Wow. Wow. Guys, if you have enjoyed it and like the sound of the update, then hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Wow. Wow. And I'm not going to forget this. I'm going to keep going on about this to EA and Cody's. If I ever get the chance to speak any of them, I'm going on about it publicly. I'm going on about it because for me, this is like the watershed moment. This is the moment where it's like, oh, it's all possible. You just have to make a game that can actually do it. So, there we are. There we are. I'll catch you guys around. Goodbye.